echo deep like a haunting tomb. Through fog and flame, he turns his head. The night alive, though the world seems dead. Neon flickers casting shadows tall. His silhouette's a ghost at the edge of it all. A techno pulse makes the walls pulse blue. It's a gothic party and it starts with you. Oh, Mr. D, king of the dark. Your footsteps will leave an electric spark on the dance floor of the damned where the lost reside. You're the heart of the beat, we cannot deny.
Greetings, fiends. Surprised to see me again. Today, I'll be reading A Vampire in Brooklyn from 1995. This is actually directed by the late great Wes Craven, but written and starring Eddie Murphy, which is kind of funny. So, you know, he's a comedian and he's playing a murderous vampire. And speaking of Wes Craven, coming up, my brother will return to do something in honor of Mr. Craven. With that being said, let's get to it.
I'm looking for a special one of my kind, the only one like her in the world. As I come to her, she'll soon come to me like a moth to a flame.
The plot begins with a little narration from our antagonist, giving us a backstory of his kind.
The race of the vampire were driven from Egypt. Most fled to the Carpathian Mountains of Transylvania, but others of better taste, including myself, traveled south through Africa and over the Atlantic to a beautiful island hidden deep in the Bermuda Triangle.
Definitely gotta be from the islands to have class. Anyways, as with Dracula, a deserted freight barges into the docks of Brooklyn, where Cyrus Green and his nephew Julius are waging and betting on both Family Feud and the Knicks game.
Think about this weekend.
Ooh, you betting on the Knicks. When will you learn?
So suddenly, in comedic form, Julius decides to leave his uncle to take care of this by himself. As Cyrus looks around, he discovers the bodies of the crew. Then eventually is confronted by a wolf. Eventually this wolf leaves him and goes ashore. And as Cyrus sees the shadow, he goes from being a wolf to a man.
Jesus, Mary, Jojo. Jesus, Mary, and Jojo.
Fast forward just a second. Julius is getting kicked out of his old lady's house for the most funniest reasons I ever heard.
Snoring! Hey, but woman, everybody's snoring. Not Wally.
That will do it. Anyways, as Julius gets his stuff, he is spotted by a couple of mob boys who he owes money to. Now, what were their names again?
How many times have I got to tell you? I'm Anthony. He's Tony.
Oh, yeah, that's Tony. That's Tony. Right.
Yeah, that's right. As they're about to blow Julius's head off, in pops a mysterious figure named Maximilian.
Kind of sort of death, you might say. But no one seems to take pride in the art anymore. It's so rare you come across a clean kill nowadays.
And it turns out Max here is a vampire. So he dispatches of Tony and Anthony in classic vampire fashion, as I would say.
But next time.
Put a little heart into it.
Julius decides to run off into a warehouse, but the light a joint but can't find a cigarette, or a lighter I should say, and pops Max through the window and uses a little vampire magic to make some flames.
Hit me like that, boy.
Oh!
He decides to recruit Julius to work for him for why he's there.
Welcome to the party, Julius.
So, but instead of keeping him human, Max turns Julius into a ghoul, which is kind of crazy looking when it comes down to it later on. But turns out Max is here to find another of its kind, a half-breed, and try to turn her into a vampire in order for them to repopulate their kind.
Here? Yes, here. Somewhere in Brooklyn.
Meanwhile, detectives Rita and Justice are in the car going over I guess horoscopes, I guess.
Check it out. This is a good one. All right, listen up now. Your fate will be tested as a loved one dances with death. Beware the dark strange.
Well, I sure wouldn't want to be you this week.
Hey, partner, that's your horoscope, not mine.
That's my...
When they receive the call about the docks, so they head there, where the captain explains what they found, which is several dozen bodies, all drained of blood. Rita decides to slowly go on board to search around, while Justice is talking to the chief about is she mentally alright due to the loss of her mother. Then, in the background, Julius and Max are in waiting for the chance to actually sneak on and to grab his coffin. While there's a dog canine unit going berserk around him, Max decides to do a little trick.
Jump.
fella?
Poor doggy, poor doggy. Meanwhile, Rita falls into an open area where she finds Max's coffin, opens it, and sees a vision of herself in it. And just before Max is about to do away with her to get to his coffin, he realizes she's the one he's looking for.
It's you.
So, as he makes his escape, Julius sneaks in and grabs the coffin, but needs a little something behind.
Oh, fuck hands, fellow. You ain't say nothing about my hands falling off.
Yeah. Girls and their body parts. Anyways, they retreat to Julius' disgusting apartment, which the landlord happens to also be Cyrus.
How to do so? Welcome to the neighborhood. Trash man comes on Tuesday. God love you. God loves me. Bye.
So, even that night, Rita has a nightmare where she thinks she's going crazy. Here, she goes to the office where the captain tells her and her partner to go talk to a Dr. Zako, who can translate the captain's log. And who else better than to be in the area to listen to it than Julius, being a good little boy for his master.
Bagels, huh? Yeah. Got me 411.
And also grabbing a little snack. Ugh.
Info. Happy meal. Go ahead.
Anyways, he decides to show up in style. Yeah, lost a hand. Anyways, Max comes out, gives the best one-liner you can think of to aid for a vampire.
Your wedding?
Funeral.
Very nice.
Come on, I know you like it.
Anyways, they go to find Zako's. This is Rita and Justice do. And it turns out his office is not a doctor's office or any other type of office for that matter, but a club playing some good Caribbean music.
Very superstitious. Writing on the wall.
But anyways, they meet Zako, and as soon as Zako sees Rita, the look he gives, he knows. But what does he know that we don't? So, as he explains to the other detectives that Jeff's log talks about a vampire being on board.
Nosferatu, the undead vampire.
Zako also explains that the whole lore of vampires is completely different than what we're known through our years of media and stories.
The world is full of false notions, detective. Vampires are an exclusive race, not a club to be welcomed into merely because they've been bitten.
A race, not a club. Of course.
As Justice goes to calling this to the office, Rita is confronted by Max, where he tries to woo her in several different ways. First, by saving her from a cobra. Second, talking about destiny and dreams. And just before they decide to dance, Justice steps in, so does Julius. But Julius made things worse.
This tongue of yours has complicated a very simple plan. If it happens again, I'm going to hang you with it. You understand?
Yeah, talk about stretching the tongue. So, they later end up going to Rita's apartment where Justice meets Rita's roommate Nikki, who starts flirting and everything with Justice, but Justice decides to leave, which upsets Rita. You can tell there's such a lot between the two, but both won't admit it. As soon as Justice gets outside, he realizes he doesn't have his keys. He turns around, and Nikki tries to woo him into her bed, which doesn't work. But for Max, however, he uses it to his advantage, and that causes Rita to have doubts about Justice, because she thinks it's him with Nikki and not Max. The next morning, Nikki is gone. Rita decides to go to church, which upsets Max because he can't go into any religious areas.
Hey man, my pops always said, quickest way to a woman's heart, church.
It's actually to the rib cage, but that's a bit messy.
He decides to take a different approach by assuming the form of Preacher Polly, which reminds me much of the Nutty Professor. Anyways, as they're talking, he is rushed into the church where eventually his head is smoking. So they decide to do the whole service out on the lawn, where he starts to talk about evil and how sometimes it can be good. Eventually Justice shows up and he uses his own mental telepathy to mess with Rita's mind, bring up Nikki, which Justice had a little lip stain on his shirt that he forgot about. Eventually, he's able to calm her down and explained that the two bodies worked for a local mob boss named Kitty Caprice. So they decided to head over there while Max and Julius tail him from behind. In pops a, well, I should say pop out, thrown out, little wannabe named Guido. Eventually, Guido decides to try to hold up Max and Julius, Max decides to use Guido to get in.
Come on, Brooklyn. Come on! I love this place. Jesus.
Now here, Kitty decides to talk and explain that they were going, Tony and Anthony were going after Julius. And pops Max in the form of Guido starts to hold up the place and acts like he's robbing it.
Let's go, and you! Into the gas station right now! Hurry up, do it! Okay, here we go. Hey, it's a lot of love in this room. Look at this.
Eventually he tries to kidnap Rita, all to find out things that she likes in order to woo her later.
Takeout? Let's get some takeout. What's your favorite kind of pasta?
Let's see.
Mine too, huh? Hey, we need some wine too, honey. What kind?
Red.
Joey, red wine. Come on, move your...
Usually with wine. Huh. Actually, that sounds good. But anyways, the cat starts hissing and eventually jumps at Guido. Do your eyes, Reese. Not do anything for you to see.
Sugar!
Anyways, Rita is able to apprehend him, and in a blink and you miss it moment, you'll see Marcella Tebbit as the leader, which is kind of funny. He's been on here 3 times. He was Gupta in Leprechaun 3, and Mexican oil CEO in Tremors 2, and now he's an Italian waiter. Anyways, Guido stirs things up in the police station to where Rita ends up getting suspended.
It's been what? 2 days.
Yes, I've been informed of everything that I need to know.
Max uses his telepathy to use a religious nut to try to kill a cop for him to change his form again and escape.
You went that way.
You went that way?
Yes, yeah.
Why don't you guys do a job, huh? Quit standing alone.
What are we doing on the floor?
He eventually meets back up with Rita outside her home, where he saves her from being ran over.
You're...
Mr. Popular, but my friends call me Max.
Well, I'm...
Rita, I remember.
He's able to persuade her to have dinner with him. While she's waiting on the limo, Justice is trying to talk to himself to try to explain things with Rita, but eventually Rita leaves off, and shockingly, Max uses his magic to turn Julius's crappy apartment into a luxurious penthouse. I wish my brother would do that with this place. But anyways, he woos her with wine, a good dinner of fusilli, some beautiful music, and even a Van Gogh painting. Eventually, he is able to persuade her to dance, and during that dance, she is activated to give in to him, and now she is on her way to becoming a full-blooded vampire.
Say the word. Say it.
Yes.
During that time, Justice ends up going to Julius's girlfriend to find out more information about Julius, which the next morning finds him back at the apartment where he sees Silas outside playing cards. And Silas acts dumb, like he doesn't know who Julius is. But says he's seen his Justice's partner. And he's all depressed now. Eventually he gets a call about a body. He goes and looks at it, and it's a woman's body hanged in the cross-like form. And who else is it but Nikki? And he immediately wants to Rita, just because the way Rita painted it, it's the same way Nikki was found. So eventually he tries to calm her after he tells her, but eventually her lust and hunger start to kick in. Eventually she gets freaked out when she sees her reflection fade away from the mirrors. She runs to confront Max, which Julius is not looking so well.
Easy. Hold on, honey lamb. Now ain't a good time to fuck with the man, okay?
Eventually Max tells her the truth, that he is a vampire. He was sent there to find her from her father, who was a vampire as well. And as he tries to get her to give in to her hunger, Justice goes to Zako's to show Billy his painting she was done. And Zako explains that Rita's mother was a researcher of vampires on his island. He loved her, but she loved Rita's father more. So they end up teaming together to end this. In the meantime, Rita refuses to hunt, and so Max decides to get everything ready to travel.
Where are you taking me?
You need to rest. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Where we going, boys?
We go home. And while she rests, you pack.
Without Rita eating, she would die before they reached a new home. So Max tries to feed her Silas.
Brother, what's the idea?
Idea is dinner.
Dinner? I don't see no dinner. What will happen? You. Hey, don't do it, baby.
Do
luckily Justice and Zako were able to stop him. Now, I have to give credit to Julius for trying to be all tough with the whole goofy martial arts, but he's still terrible at it.
You better shut up.
Here I come. Oh, you're not afraid.
Eventually, Justice is knocked out by Max. Zako tries to kill him, but
The heart. This is my stomach. This is my heart. This is my stomach. This is my heart. You should know the rules, Zako.
yeah, you should have known you're an anime doctor. Eventually, they disappear into another part of the apartment. Justice follows while Zako, Silas, and Julius leave. Justice puts up a hell of a fight against Max, and it looks like Rita is going to give in to her instincts, but her human side conquered, and she decided to end things with Max.
But that part of me must die. Must die.
And you got all this beautiful send-off for a vampire turning into a white act, into a ball of light. Then Rita and Justice finally give in to their emotions for each other, as Silas and Julius decide to get into a limo to say, I'm free. Julius opens up the moonroof and ups Max's ring. Now, going back to what Zako said about vampires are a race, not a club. Explain this.
That's right. There's a new vampire in Brooklyn, and his name is Julius Jones.
Anyways, I'm gonna have to get the plot. A 5.
I'm Maximilian, a connoisseur of death, you might say. But no one seems to take pride in the art anymore. It's so rare you come across a clean kill nowadays.
The cast. The cast, in my opinion, was really good. Because you got the one and only Eddie Murphy playing not 1, not 2, but 3 characters. You have the talented Angela Bassett, who a lot of you may know nowadays as Officer Athena Grant from 911. Alan Payne as Detective Justice. Kadeem Edison as Julius. John Witherspoon as Silas. So, I will have to give the cast a 5.
I don't like mirrors. Got it.
The fear. The fear was a mix. Because there were some worrisome parts and not so worrisome parts. Oh no. 3.
Come on, man, let's get the hell out of here. Do that. Man, look at this shit. Look at this shit. That's wrong. He taking care of you. You put that back on. Now you're the fugitive. I ain't no fugitive. Come on, man, let's get the hell out of here. Put that back on.
Gore. Now there was gore. You had the heart coming out, the bodies being ripped apart, animals being killed. 5.
Do you have a problem, pal?
There's a killer on the loose.
You don't say.
Before we get to the next part, we decided to add a new section. Kill score. Now the way this is going is we give you the total and how many were done by who. In this case, there were 27 deaths in the movie, consisting of majority kills by Max, with 25 human deaths and 2 animal deaths. Poor kitty, poor puppy, and then Max's death by the hands of Rita. Yeah, love it when these ratios are insane.
Looks like a bed sheet or something she's wrapped up in.
Favorite to kill. My favorite kill would have to be the deaths of Tony and Anthony. You can't get much gorier than that.
Dude, go away.
Sorry about making a mess. The rating. The rating was a 18 out of 20. With Wes Craven, you would not expect any less. And for Freddie Murphy is right in the ballpark. Well, fiends, that is it for this week. Next time, I'm going to be opening my vocals for, we are going to be rating Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. So, here to get your earplugs out.
I ever tell you about the time I won the Indian for 500? I beat a man called AJ to the opponent. 2 seconds. Yes, I used to look just like that at 62.
62.
Oh, they called me pretty with the same.
Oh, stop it, pretty with the travel. Oh, got that.